Happy St. Patrick's Day. We are here celebrating, in a couple of days, St. Patrick's Day. I've got Irish stew in one video, and now I'm going to have Irish brown bread that goes really well with the stew in this video. So, okay, we can start. So, it's pretty easy to make Irish brown bread. Here's what we're going to use. We're going to use a couple cups of whole wheat flour, a couple cups of white flour, some salt, some rolled oats, baking soda, buttermilk, molasses. Gets all mixed in, put in the oven for about 45 minutes total. So we'll start with our flour. So 2 cups of whole wheat flour. 1. You know, for all the years they've made flour, you'd think they would come up with a better packaging system than this silliness that ends up with flour everywhere. But 2 cups of whole wheat. 2 cups of white. 2 flour everywhere. We want 1.5 teaspoons of salt. This is a half teaspoon, so I'm going to put in 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. A half cup of rolled oats. We're going to put in 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Make sure it's baking soda, not baking powder. So 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And we're going to mix all this together. Get it good mixed up in here. And we're going to put the liquid stuff, ingredients, I guess is the official term, right? Liquid ingredients into the other bowl, whisk it all together, and then mix it into here. So, it says we're going to pour it into the well of this dry ingredient. So I'm making a little well there. All right, so now we need 1 3/4 cup of buttermilk. So I'm going to put in 1 cup and 1/4 cup. So I'm going to do that 3 times for 1 3/4. 1, 2, 3, and 2 tablespoons of molasses. In the meantime, I have started preheating the oven to 450 degrees. So, 1 for molasses. And 2 molasses. All right, now I need to whisk all that together first. We have an audience this morning, or this afternoon, evening. Hi, Bear. We have another member over on the other side trying to sneak in. All right, so that's all whisked together. Now, pour it into the well of the dry ingredients. And begin to mix it all together until well mixed. A little on the dry side. I might need to add a little more buttermilk to this, a little more liquid, I think. And just do a little more, a little at a time. Because it should be a little more moist than that. I think what I will do now is start kneading it with my hands, get a little more grime into it. Actually, I think what I'll do first is, well, obviously not first since I just did this, but I want to grab a little bit of flour to help my hands stay less sticky to the dough. Still got lots of dry ingredients down here at the bottom. May have to add even yet a little more buttermilk into this. I don't want to get too much. I don't want to get the bread too moist, but you can see there's quite a bit of dry ingredients down here that have not gotten mixed in very well. So we will pour a little more in, a little bit at a time. You don't want to get crazy on the liquid because then you'll have to add flour to make that combined. So you'll end up with twice your recipe if you start going back and forth adding flour then water, or flour then milk, then flour then milk. That's getting better. You kind of want to fold it in. All the, try to make sure it's all sticking really well together. That's much better. So it's kind of like the texture of Play-Doh at this point. If you don't know what the texture of Play-Doh is, then you had a poor childhood. All right, so what I want to do next is, and it's all kind of in one good solid ball. I'm gonna bring it over here to, I've got a baking sheet underneath here with some parchment paper on top. So I'm going to flatten this out until it is about 2 inches thick. Not even that, maybe an inch and a half. So kind of flatten it to a circle. about like so. All right, and I'm going to quickly wash off my hands so that I can do the next part. Wash your hands, boys and girls. Years from now, when you're watching this, we're going through a coronavirus outbreak right now in the country, world. I'm telling everybody to wash their hands. How pathetic is it that we're having to tell people, wash your hands? But we are. All right, so now I've got this. You cut across, not super deep, but across in the top, like so. Now, legend has it that, or lore has it, or something has it that the Irish did that to bless the bread. You put a cross in there, but it also keeps it from bursting when it's trying to cook. Now I'm going to do a little more flour just across the top. Like so. All right, so our oven is at 450 degrees. We have a dog in the way. Shoo, shoo. And peeking. In goes the bread for about 15 minutes at 450 degrees. So in about 15 minutes, it gets turned down to 400 degrees for another 20 minutes or so. So we will come back at the end of that 40 minutes. Just know that somewhere in here, I've turned the bread down from 450 to 400. We'll come back. You can see in the background the other video I've been making Irish stew. So we'll have bread and Irish stew when we come back. All right, we'll see you then. Okay, we are back with hopefully some brown bread. Ooh, it looks good. All right. So that is what it generally should look like. Out it comes. And I'm going to actually leave the oven on because we're going to be baking something else here shortly, but I'm going to bring the bread to that. Ooh. And it should sound hollow on the bottom side when you tap it. So let's try. Yeah. You hear that? Sounds kind of hollow. So I think we're there. So we have Irish brown bread ready for some warm butter to be put on. We've got stew over here that's about ready to be made. So we'll finish up here today with the brown bread. It's really good. You should try it. It's tasty, it's easy, it's quick, and then it can pair with Irish stew or not. So I'll see you next time. Thanks.